I went to jiu-jitsu class this morning and I sure as hell didn't want to go. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why going to jiu-jitsu class on the days you don't want to go is probably the best thing for you. And then I'm going to give you reason number 6 on how and why jiu-jitsu can turn you into a Super Saiyan. I know going to jiu-jitsu class is not a big deal. Most of you guys can't wait to go to jiu-jitsu class. But for big guys like me, sometimes we just don't want to go. Why? Well, a variety of reasons. Number 1, I hate the stupid warm-up. The warm-up makes me tired before I ever get to get any drills or any rolls in. I'm exhausted after the warm-up. Why? Because I'm a chubby guy. I'm a killer whale, okay? I need to get my fitness in the right way so that I can fully appreciate and participate in class. That's one of the reasons I don't like going to class, because I dread the stupid warm-up. Another reason is sometimes it just sucks. Sometimes I'm not able to do the technique. Sometimes my body won't move the way I want it to move, and it's just frustrating. And so there are times, I don't know about you, but there are times when I'm looking at the old jiu-jitsu schedule and I'm like, I know I could go, I know I should go, but I'm going to find a reason not to go, which is why I talked about in previous videos, consistency, keeping track of your progress, setting realistic goals, that sort of thing. But today, I lived it, and I always want to share when I live and when I experience something. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should go to jiu-jitsu class, even when you don't feel like it. And I'm going to give you a special reason number 6, which is how and why jiu-jitsu can turn you into a Super Saiyan. Yeah, that might sound a little cheesy to some, but if you can't tell from all the stuff on my shelf behind me, I like anime, and one of the OGs, one of the greatest animes of all time is Dragonball Z, and the characters Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, all those guys, and how they become Super Saiyans. If you watch it, great. If you don't watch it, that's fine. You can skip number 6, but let's jump right into it. Number 1. Well, you know what? I'm going to start with a personal story. Can I share a personal story? Just before I get to the list, I want to tell you exactly where I'm coming from and what was going through my mind. So I'm still working on the whole fitness thing. I'm still working on losing weight and getting into the best shape of my life to make myself the best jiu-jitsu player, fighter, student I can be. And so I went and tried something new. On Wednesday morning, I went to my gym and I tried a spin class, a cycling class. And that was a hell of an experience. It was exhausting. I was tired, and checked the box. I got my workout in for the day. But Wednesday night, I don't usually go to jiu-jitsu on Wednesday nights because I take my kid to volleyball. But there was no volleyball, so I had no excuse not to go to class. So I went to class. I survived the dreaded warm-up, and we got to rolling, and I was training with my new friend, Hunter. Hunter's a big dude. He's not a killer whale, though. He's tall as hell. I'm 6'2". He's at least 6'4", 6'5", maybe even 6'6". The dude's I won't say way over, but he's at least 200 pounds, and he's strong. The difference is, he doesn't have all this extra bulk. He's like a lean, mean fighting machine. And so when we were working on mount escapes and mount retention, this guy kept exploiting weaknesses in my game, and it made me super frustrated. I thought I had the mount thing down. I'm the killer whale. I should be able to hold these guys down. But man, Hunter, he had an answer for everything I tried. And I left there feeling like, I don't know, the gum on the bottom of jiu-jitsu's shoe. I was like, what happened to me? I thought I was the mount guy. I thought I was killing it. I thought I had this thing. I thought this was working for me. And guess what? Hunter just gave me the finger and said, no, buddy, it's not working for you. I got your number. And this isn't anything against Hunter. I like Hunter. He's a good dude. But I was frustrated, man. I went home and I was like, man, I suck at jiu-jitsu. And then, of course, here it is today, Friday. And I'm thinking I'm going to go to class on Friday morning like I usually do. But after that butt whooping I took on Wednesday from Hunter, I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to go. I even told my boy Travis, I was like, hey, dude, I don't think I'm going today. I'm not really feeling it. He's like, you should go anyway. I'm like, I'm going to go to kind of redeem myself. And Travis says, no, don't redeem yourself. Go just so you can have a good time and, stay consistent. So I'm like, whatever, fine. And I go. And it turned out to be one of the greatest things ever. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you that in step 6 with the Super Saiyan thing. First, let's get to the list. Number 1, consistency. The reason why you should go to class even when you don't feel like it is because you want to be consistent. Jiu-jitsu requires consistency. Skipping classes will lead you to lose progress. You ever feel like if you don't go for a while, if you're injured or whatever, you feel like your jiu-jitsu prowess is just slipping away? That's because you're not being consistent. Consistency is key. You need to keep going to class to keep getting better. Number 2, mental toughness. Jiu-jitsu is a very mental game, if you will, very mental sport. Yes, we're using our bodies, human chest and all that stuff, But the chest part is the thinking man's part. And before you can step on the mat and be tough physically, in my opinion, you have to be tough mentally. I heard this saying once, that the heaviest weight at the gym is the gym door. It's getting through that first door. The heaviest thing to move is that door handle just to get in the door, because not a lot of people go. That's how gyms make their money. Hundreds of thousands of people join the gym, and if they all came at the same time, the place would be packed. But they're counting on you not coming. Why? Because people aren't consistent and they're not mentally tough. The heaviest weight in the gym is that gym door, so perhaps I could say the hardest move in jiu-jitsu is getting there, okay? That's one of the things. You hear about the blue belts that fall off. You hear about the blue belts who stop coming. You hear about guys who disappear. All these statistics, all these stories, they're true. And part of the reason is you don't have mental toughness. So you want to develop that mental toughness that can apply to other areas of your life. I talked about that in the losing video, all right? Number 3, discipline. If you are committed to regular training sessions, even if you don't feel like it, discipline builds work ethic. That's connected to consistency. Consistency is showing up, but discipline is how you show up. If you're committed to regular training sessions, you're committed to being your best, doing your best, taking your butt whoopings and winning. Yes, you'll have some wins, you'll have some losses, but discipline means you show up any stinking way. No matter if you win or lose, if it's a good day or a bad day, you're still coming, you're still going to do your thing. Number 4, health and fitness. Back to those darn warm-ups. Maybe I'll make a whole video on warm-ups, okay? But I hate them. I'm just going to be honest. I hate them. I didn't come to jiu-jitsu to work out. I came to jiu-jitsu to learn jiu-jitsu, but I understand that our professors want us to warm our bodies up. They want us to be physically fit. They want us to be healthy. And me, being a big guy, being a jiu-jitsu, I don't know, killer whale, whatever you want to call it, ultra heavyweight, I can use this stuff more than anybody. So rather than dreading the warm-up, what I've been telling myself is, hey, I get to go work out before jiu-jitsu. I'm going to this gym. I'm doing cycling, spin, boxing, yoga, all these different things. Well, this is just another workout. And yeah, it just happens to be right before the jiu-jitsu starts. So jiu-jitsu is a great way to build your health and your fitness. And part of that is the stupid warm-up. And if you want to be more successful in your endurance, your cardiovascular training, you want to last longer on the mats, you want to not get so tired, part of that is the warm-up. So if you skip class, you're not going to get those benefits. So one of the reasons, reason number 4, why you should go to class even when you don't feel like it, is so you can continue to build your physical fitness and your health and your, endurance, boost your immune system, all that stuff. And number 5, which leads to number 6, is my favorite on this whole stinking list. It's community. Yes, you should go to class even when you don't feel like it, because it's a community-driven sport. How can I put this? If your jiu-jitsu gym doesn't feel like a family, switch gyms. If your jiu-jitsu gym, if you're not laughing with the guys, if you don't stick around after class to just talk some trash or have some fun, then maybe you're in the wrong place, okay? You build relationships training jiu-jitsu. And when you don't show up, those relationships suffer. Those relationships are a big reason why we keep going back in the first place. And if you start missing, if you start skipping days, your relationships are going to suffer. So it can cause you to miss out on like the social aspect of jiu-jitsu. You want to make sure that you are engaged physically, engaged mentally, and engaged socially. You want to feel like you're a part of this community. You are a team and you're all helping each other get better. That's the thing that I think some people miss out on. When you're sitting at home thinking, man, I really don't want to do those warm-ups, or you're sitting at home thinking, man, I really have, homework to do or something better to do, or man, I got my butt kicked on Wednesday and I'm not feeling it this morning, kind of like me. Think about the people that are there that you'll enjoy talking to, enjoy training with. Think about the health benefits. Think about the discipline and staying consistent and just building that work ethic. Those are all important things. But the community part is the whole reason why I'm making this video. So if you guys skipped here to number 6, welcome. Here we are. Reason number 6, how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training can turn you into a Super Saiyan. This is the story. I mentioned earlier about my man Hunter, who had my number on Wednesday and he was beating the stuffing out of me. Guess who was there this morning? Hunter! All right, Hunter is back. And Hunter starts giving me the blues again. We're doing the same kind of thing. This whole week has been mount escapes and mount retention. I'm trying all my escapes. I'm trying all my tricks and nothing's working. And I asked Greg. I put up the old Greg bat signal. I'm like, hey, why does this guy keep doing this? And he watches and he says, you know what? You need to do X, Y, and Z and fix it, and you'll be better. This goes back to a previous video where I said losing helps you get better. By losing consistently, asking for help. This was not a private lesson. It was regular class. But I said, hey, why does this keep happening? And Greg says X, Y, and Z. And I fixed it. And guess what? Hunter wasn't killing me anymore. He's still good, okay? But that thing was no longer a concern. I no longer had to worry about Hunter's mount retention today. I was able to adapt and overcome. If you adapt and overcome, you are winning. You're winning in the discipline. You're winning in the consistency. You're winning in the fitness and the mental health and all that stuff we talked about before. So, Hunter was giving me the blues. I was able to adapt and overcome and find a way to stop this part of his game. And then, of course, we rotate. And I'm going with my guy, Kevin. Kevin is a relatively new guy. And on Tuesday morning, yes, this week, just 3 days ago, I was giving Kevin the blues. I'm a big dude, killer whale, Hulk smash, right? I'm on top of this guy, and he has no answer for me. So after a little bit of pain and frustration, I said, hey, bro, try this, X, Y, and Z. This is what worked for me, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, we're talking in class on how to survive these bad positions. And so today, guess what? When I go to smash Kevin, he had an answer for me. He was able to get to his side and survive and work some of his escapes, and I was impressed, and I gave him good feedback. Yo, man, you're killing it. I really appreciate you. I'm glad you're making progress. I'm proud of you, whatever I said. I don't know what I said, but the idea was, way to go, freaking Kevin. You're killing it. And so then after that round, I took a rest break. No shame in my game. I was exhausted. I went and got some water. I was talking to my boy Mike. Mike is headed out. He had to leave early. And Mike's like, man, I was really hoping to roll with you because last time you gave me a good roll. You were heavy and everything was going good. You're doing really well. And I said, great, man. Last time you were passing my guard like it didn't exist. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was trying to pull guard and this guy was just getting past it like I wasn't doing something right. I wasn't really guard pulling before. So this guy kind of inspired my learn how to properly pull guard phase. And so Mike was like, oh, really? I said, yeah, man, you were hurdling this thing like Edwin Moses. You were just getting past me like I didn't exist. Like my gate was made out of freaking tissue paper. This guy was breaking through like the daggone Kool-Aid man. And I was like, yo, man, you really helped me because in my private lesson, I said, how can I stop people from hurdling my leg when I'm guard pulling and getting to side control? And so we just kind of had a little miniature love fest where we were like, yo, man, Hunter was killing me, and now great. And then I was killing Kevin, and now great. And Mike, you were killing me. And he's like, bro, you were killing me. And we're all just like, yo, when we get beat up, we come back stronger. That's what I mean about Jiu-Jitsu turns you into a Super Saiyan. When we lose, when you get your butt kicked, when you get beaten down, you come back stronger. And if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super or whatever, the lore of the Super Saiyan race or the Saiyan race is when they get beat down in battle, they come back stronger. And I made this joke to Mike. I said, yeah, I guess we're a bunch of Super Saiyans. And he's like, what? Because it turns out he likes anime too. So we're all laughing saying, yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked, but every time I come back that much stronger. Every time I come back just a little bit stronger, I have just a little bit more knowledge. So now, after Mike beating me and passing my little guard pull like it was nothing, I'm better at pulling guard. Now, after Hunter's giving me the blues on mount, I'm better at escaping mount on a guy like Hunter. And now, since I was smashing Kevin on Tuesday, he said it. He's like, man, Tuesday I didn't have an answer for you, but today I felt like I was surviving. I'm like, you damn right. That's what this whole thing is about. We get beat down and we get up stronger. What's that song, Chumbawamba? I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's the whole freaking mentality of this thing. So the 5 things I mentioned before are still important. They are very important, but I like number 6. I like thinking that even when I have a bad day on the mats, I can come back better, stronger, more powerful, and I'm going to be a better fighter the next day. Wednesday night, I was freaking defeated. Wednesday night, I was walking around just gazing at my shoes. I was like, man, I got nothing. And I went home questioning life choices, bro. I went home thinking like, what happened to me? I thought I was good. And then this morning, after trying and just making a few little adjustments, I'm back in the game. And the beautiful thing is, I'm not alone. The other guys in the gym are feeling the same way about me. And other guys in the gym are feeling the same way about that guy and that girl and that person and this instructor. We're all beating the stuffing out of each other. And in the process, we're all making each other better. That's what I love about Jiu-Jitsu. That's why you should go even on the days when you don't feel like it. If you're tired, go anyway. Work that fitness. If you're frustrated, go anyway. Jiu-Jitsu is like the ultimate stress relief. If you're, I don't know, you got a lot of stuff at work on your plate, go anyway. You know how good you feel after Jiu-Jitsu class? You'll come home and tackle your work or whatever else you have to do, and you'll be so much better at it. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it here for now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do that at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu. And if you have any questions, comments, tell me about a bad day on the mat. Tell me about how a bad day turned into a good day. Tell me about Super Saiyans, Rock Lee, whatever you like. Hit me up. I'm happy to talk to you about anything, and I appreciate you watching this thing, and have a good day.